Morning light through the kitchen blind. Dad's got Coltrane on his mind. The needle skips on a dusty groove, teaching my feet how they ought to move. The coffee's black and the steam is rising. A quiet strength, no more disguising that life is found in the cracks of the glass. Watching the Sunday morning pass. It's the blood in the rhythm, the bone in the beat, the history written on a quiet street. We don't say much when the brass starts to cry. We just let the melody pass us by. Yeah, we let the melody pass us by. Mama's humming a lullaby blue, adding a harmony sharp and true. A kitchen table, a deck of cards, living a life that was soft and hard. Silver spoons that were never quite gold, stories that didn't need to be told. Just a nod of the head and a tap of the shoe. That was the way that our family grew. Can talk if you listen close to the ghosts of the people we love the most. They live in the resonance of the wood and the things we said and the understood. It's a long play record of 33, the spinning soul of my ancestry. Hold the sleeve with a gentle hand, the finest music in all the land. It's the blood in the rhythm, the bone in the beat, the history written on a quiet street. We don't say much when the brass starts to cry. We just let the melody pass us by. Spinning around, we're just a part of the family sound. Scratched and worn, but the tone is deep. Promises that we meant to keep. Ba-da-da-dee. Keep it spinning, keep the needle in the groove. Don't let the music, don't let it move. Grandpa's pipe and the cedar smoke, every silence was a punchline to a joke. He sat there watching the clouds roll gray in the twilight of a long, long day. The chain on the swing gave a rusty groan, a rhythmic pulse that was his alone. He'd watch the fireflies start their dance, giving the evening one last chance. Swaying back, swaying forth, pointing my compass toward the north. Legacy is a heavy wood, doing the things that we never could. Gravity pulls, but the swing carries on, from the dusk until the dawn. He told me, son, don't you rush the tune. The sun's gonna meet with a rising moon. The floorboards creak like an old bass string, the wisdom found in a simple thing. You don't need a map if you know the porch. You don't need a fire if you hold the torch of everyone who came before and left their boots by the kitchen door. There's a theory in the motion, a logic in the sway, that nothing really goes, it just moves another way. The wood might rot and the paint might peel, but you can't get rid of the way it feels to sit in the shadow of a giant tree and feel the weight of the family. Swaying back, swaying forth, pointing my compass toward the north. Legacy is a heavy wood, doing the things that we never could. Back and forth, the pendulum of home, never too far, never let you roam. Creak of the wood, sigh of the wind, that's where the story, that's where it begins. The money, I didn't get the land, just this heavy brass sitting in my hand. A silver-plated gift from a weary man who played the blues since the world began. Take it, he said, with a cough and a sigh, and don't you ever let the rhythm die. It's an inheritance in B-flat, honey, worth a whole lot more than paper money. It's the sweat on the brow and the soul in the spit, the courage to play when you wanna quit. My daddy's horn and his daddy's pride are taking me for a hell of a ride. I practiced in the basement till my lips were sore, chasing the ghosts across the concrete floor, learning the changes, learning the why, under the watch of a North Philly sky. The neighbors complained, but the music was loud. I was making the ancestors mighty proud. You can't buy the way a blue note bends, or the way a long dark winter ends. You have to earn the right to blow the horn from the very moment that you are born. It's a debt you pay in every bar, under the light of a distant star. It's an inheritance in B-flat, honey, worth a whole lot more than paper money. It's the sweat on the brow and the soul in the spit, the courage to play when you wanna quit. Blow that horn, pay the debt, best damn gift I've gotten yet. In B-flat, always in B-flat.
The turkey's on the table, the candles are lit, but there's a quiet corner where you used to sit. The tinsel is hanging, the carols are sweet, but the circle we make is no longer complete. We pass the potatoes, we pour out the wine, but our eyes keep drifting into the empty design. There's a holiday ghost in a three-piece suit. The fruit of the tree has lost its root. We laugh a bit louder to cover the hole, but the silence is taking a heavy toll. One less voice in the silent night, one less shadow in the firelight. Grandma is smiling, but it's thin as the ice. She's checking the stovetop once and then twice, waiting for a knock that she knows won't come, while the radiator beats like a hollow drum. We tell all the stories we keep of the grace, but no one can look at that empty space. Soft tread, stealing the living and leaving the dead. But love is a table that's always set, even for those we haven't lost yet. So pull up the spirit and pull up the chair. The love that we carry is still sitting there. There's a holiday ghost in a three-piece suit. The fruit of the tree has lost its root. We laugh a bit louder to cover the hole, but the silence is taking a heavy toll. Still here, in the way we laugh, in the photograph, in the winter air, at the empty chair. We'll see you next year, in the memory, dear.
The brothers of air, with grease on our fingers and mess in our hair, raising the pews of a Sunday night jam, learning to be exactly who I am. My brother on the reed and me on the brass, watching the seasons and the city bus pass. Here's a brotherhood, a bloodline, a pact in the dark, searching for fire, finding a spark. We don't need a name, we don't need a crown, as long as we're shaking the walls of this town. fought over keys. Then we found a harmony that brought us to our knees. One blows the thunder, one blows the rain. Two different sides of the very same pain. Blood is the water that feeds the song. This is the place where we both belong. You can't choose the folks in your veins, but you can choose who shares in your joys and your pains. And when the spotlight hits the barrel of the gold, there's a story of loyalty waiting to be told. More than a family, more than a band, the strongest vibration in all of the land is a brotherhood, a bloodline, a pact in the dark, searching for fire and finding a spark. We don't need a name, we don't need a crown, as long as we're shaking the walls of this town. My brother, my blood, the horn, the flood, keep going, keep going. We're never
You walked in like a minor chord, looking for a piece I couldn't afford. The smoke was thick, the gin was cold, but your eyes told a story that never gets old. I was leaning on the piano, chasing a rhyme. You were just a silhouette, killing some time. But the room got small and the walls turned blue the moment the spotlight landed on you. It's a blue-black night in a velvet town. You're the only anchor when I start to drown. One more drink, one more song. Tell me where we both belong. Midnight at the Blue Note, honey, and I'm feeling lucky, I'm feeling funny. The drummer hit the brushes like a secret shared. I looked at the door, but I stayed right there. You ordered a bourbon, no ice, no chase, with a catch me if you can look on your face. The band started playing round midnight slow, and I knew right then I was never gonna go. The city outside is a hurricane of noise, but in here we're just two girls and boys playing a game that was written in the stars, behind the neon and the mahogany bars. It's a dangerous tempo, a heartbeat too fast, but I've got a feeling this rhythm might last. It's a blue-black night in a velvet town. You're the only anchor when I start to drown. One more drink, one more song. Tell me where we both belong. Stay a while, stay. The night is young and the horn is playing. What was it you were saying? Just stay. Blue note, midnight, you. Your dress is a whisper of vintage lace in the artificial sun of this crowded place. The limelight catches the gold in your hair, and suddenly there's no one else there. We're dancing a circle on a postage stamp floor, ignoring the world and the lock on the door. Lace and limelight, shadows and grace. I'm lost in the map of your beautiful face. It's a soft shoe shuffle, a tropical breeze, bringing a hard-hearted man to his knees. Oh, this way, hold the light. The cocktail umbrella is a tiny shield to the secrets of love that we're starting to yield. You're humming a tune that I think I once knew, or maybe I'm just dreaming of you. The ice in the glass is a percussion beat as we move through the haze and the midsummer heat. Heavy, a world that is gray, but that's a million light years away. In the bubble we've blown, in the silk of the night, everything's easy, everything's right. Don't let the morning break the spell. I've got so many stories I'm dying to tell. Lace and limelight, shadows and grace. I'm lost in the map of your beautiful face. It's a soft shoe shuffle, a tropical breeze, bringing a hard-hearted man to his knees. Sway with me under the line, out of the world, out of time. Lace, light, you.
The street lamp village tune, under the ghost of a paper white moon. My coat is open, the air is a chill, but the fire you started is burning me still. The echo of my shoes on the cobblestone street is the only sound in the city's retreat. Is the 4 a.m. walk home the best part of the day, when the I love yous have all found their way? The world is asleep, but I'm wide awake, with a heart that's too full for a body to take. Just me in the dawn and the ghost of your kiss. I pass by the bakery, the bread's on the rise. I see the reflection of sleep in my eyes. I'm wearing your scent like a favorite shirt, a beautiful healing for a lifetime of hurt. The pigeons awaken, the skies turning violet, a symphony started, grand and yet I used to fear the dark, I used to fear the end, but now I've got a lover and I've got a friend. The road is a long one, the morning is near. For the first time in forever, I've got no fear. Let the sun come and find me, I'm ready to shine. It's a 4 a.m. walk home, the best part of the day, when the I love yous have all found their way. The world is asleep, but I'm wide awake, with a heart that's too full for a body to take. Almost home, sun's coming up, still feel your hand, still feel the luck. 4 a.m. walking, dreaming home.
The A train is screaming, the brake pads are hot. I'm looking for a seat in the only thin spot. I got a bouquet wrapped in yesterday's news, and a heart that is dancing in polished up shoes. Going uptown to see you, ignoring the crowd. The thunder of transit is lonely and loud. It's a subway serenade, a tunnel of love. with 10 million tons of the city above. I'm riding the rails just to get to your door, 'cause I've never felt this way before. Next stop, paradise. The graffiti is poetry, the screech is a song. I've been waiting for a feeling like this for so long. The businessmen staring, the teenagers sighs, but they don't see the lightning that's behind my eyes. I'm a king on a plastic orange seat, it is true. A subterranean traveler coming for you. 5 more stops, then the stairs to the street, then the air and the light and the girl I must meet. The turnstile is spinning, the tokens are spent. I'm following exactly where the melody went, through the iron and steel to the soft of your skin. It's a subway serenade, a tunnel of love, with 10 million tons of the city above. I'm riding the rails just to get to your door, 'cause I've never felt this way before. Mind the gap, watch the door. I'm coming for you, can't wait no more. Riding the line, looking for a sign. It wasn't a Saturday, no grand event, just a Wednesday morning, heaven sent. We danced in the kitchen while the toast started burning. The world outside was still frantically turning, but in the 3/4 time of a midweek embrace, I found my home in the lines of your face. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, spinning around. A love that is quiet, a love that is found in the laundry and dishes and bills on the shelf. I'm losing my heart and I'm finding myself. A waltz for a Wednesday, a dance for the years. The sun hit the linoleum like a spotlight for two, and I realized the best of my life is with you. Not the champagne and diamonds or the fancy display, but the way that you look at the start of the day. It's a slow motion magic, a rhythmic routine, the most beautiful movie that I have ever seen. They say love is a mountain, they say love is a storm, but
it's just keeping each other warm. It's the how was your day and the sleep well, my dear. The music that plays when nobody's here. It's a lifetime of Wednesdays, one at a time. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, spinning around. A love that is quiet, a love that is found in the laundry and dishes and bills on the shelf. I'm losing my heart and I'm finding myself spinning Wednesday. Silence is the loudest thing I've heard, worse than any bitter parting word. The closet's half empty, the air is thin. Where do I end and the cold begin? You didn't slam the door, you didn't shout, you just let the last of the fire out, and the metallic ring of that final goodbye is the only sound left under this roof in this sky. It's the sound of your keys hitting the floor, the lock turning over on never no more. There's a hole in the pocket where your hand used to be. There's a ghost in the hallway that looks like me. Broken glass and a jasmine's pride. Nowhere left for a heart to hide. I should have seen the tempo start to drag, the way our conversation began to sag. We were playing out of tune for a month or two, but I was busy looking at the us in you. Now the rhythm is broken, the meter is wrong, and I'm stuck in the bridge of a forgotten song. Off the floor, or pretend you don't listen for the click of the door. The architecture of we is falling apart, leaving nothing but a cold, empty chart. It's the sound of your keys hitting the floor, the lock turning over on never no more. There's a hole in the pocket where your hand used to. The floor is cold. The story is told. Just the keys. Just the keys. grow old in a house by the sea. But you're packing a bag and you're looking through me. The ink on the contract of always is wet, but you're calling a cab for a different bed. I guess all the promises were just for the fair weather. Now the storm's coming in and we aren't together. It's a rain check on forever, or maybe someday. Watching the best of my life slip away. The sky is a bruise and the wind is a knife, cutting the us right out of my life. Rain check on everything we were supposed to be. The garden we planted is drowning in gray. The roses are bowing, they're turning away. I'm standing on the porch where we used to swing. Now it's just a heavy, hollow, timbered thing. The rain is a curtain, the rain is a wall, and I'm just a shadow waiting to fall. They say the sun comes out after the flood, but it's hard to see light when you're standing in mud. It's hard to believe in the happily ever when you're holding the pieces you can't put together. The lease on the dream has finally expired. It's a rain check on forever, or maybe someday. Watching the best of my life slip away. Rain forever is a long time to wait. Standing at the gate, soaking wet, haven't seen the sun yet. I'm sitting in a diner at 2:45. The waitress is looking with pity at me. A neon sign flickers, open then close, just like the way that our love story goes. Blue light on my coffee, red light on my hand. The loneliest woman, man in all of the land. Neon tears on a midnight street, mixing with the puddles beneath my feet. The city is glowing, but I'm in the dark, searching for a fire, not even a spark. Electric sorrow in a technicolor glow. The jukebox is playing a song about you. Or maybe it's just that everything's blue. static of the radio, the hum of the fridge, the long lonely walk to the edge of the bridge. I'm wearing my heartbreak like a cheap plastic coat, with a heavy neon lump in my throat. How you're supposed to feel, but the neon keeps blinking, it doesn't care. Neon tears on a midnight street, mixing with the puddles beneath my feet. Blink, 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 blink. Red, blue, lost you, neon tears. The sun's coming up, but I'm still in the chair. The ghost of your perfume is still in the air. There's a ring on the table where the mug used to sit, and a pile of the habits I said I would quit. Cold coffee and cigarettes, the breakfast of grief, a bitter tasting morning, a momentary relief. One more puff, one more bitter sip. The world is a sinking, rusted out ship. I'm staring at the wallpaper, counting the lines, reading the omens and the terrible signs that you aren't coming back. No, you aren't coming back. The ash in the tray is a mountain of gray, the debris of a heart that has withered away. I used to taste honey when I kissed your lips. Now it's just the filter and the slow black drips of a life that's gone cold, a life that's gone stale, a lonely traveler at the end of the trail. Double bass solo is slow and woody, representing the heaviness of the body. I could wash the cup, I could throw out the pack, I could try to find a way to win you back. But the fire is out and the water is still, and I've lost the strength and I've lost the will to do anything more than just sit and breathe. One more puff, one more bitter sip. The world is a sinking, rusted out ship. Cold, cold, so cold. with the fight. The stage is empty, the flowers are dead. The script has been finished, the lines have been said. I was a believer, a fool for the tune. I reached for the stars and I fell off the moon. This is the exit music, the final refrain, the slow, steady washing away of the stain of a love that was too big for a world this small, of a dreamer who didn't fear the fall until the ground hit. Put the instrument back in the velvet case, wipe the stardust right off of my face. The audience is gone, the theater is cold, and I'm feeling a century, 1,000 years old. But the melody lingers, a haunting debris of the person I thought you were making of me. The keep out sign, I'm walking through it, leaving behind the if onlys and should haves and maybe we coulds. Lost in the dark of the misunderwoods, the dream is over, but the dreamer's still here. The final refrain, the slow, steady washing away of the stain. Walking away, don't look back, fade to black, fade to black. The music.
We fell up the stairs at 4:30, laughing till our weary lungs were sore. You held the light while I found the key, the only soul who really knows me. The bottle was empty but the spirit was high, underneath the charcoal colored sky. I told you my secrets, you told me your lies, with the don't worry kid look in your eyes. Side by side in the thick of the fray, laughing the shadows of life away. Not quite lovers but more than kin. Let's pour another and let the night win. 3 sheets to the wind, and we're sailing home. Oh, never too far never alone. You didn't ask why and you didn't ask when. You just picked up the pieces and started again, mapping my heart with a steady hand, the best navigator in all of the land. We're a two-man army, a two-part song, right where the hell we both belong. Yeah. When the world gets heavy and the sky turns black, I know for certain that you've got my back. It's not a romance, it's something more deep, the kind of a promise that the honest keep. Through the hangover mornings and the midnight rain, you're the only aspirin for my kind of pain. Side by side in the thick of the fray, laughing the shadows of life away. Hold me up, I'll hold the light. We're gonna be just fine tonight. Sail on, sail on, sail on, sail on, sail on, sail on, the vinyl is cracked on the corner booth. We're hunting for a flavor of the honest truth. Between the greasy fries and the lukewarm tea, you're laying out the future for a fool like me. Don't let the bastards get you down, you say, as the sun starts to peel the night away. It's the late night diner council, the grease and the grace, the only temple left in this godless place. You're preaching a gospel, get up and go, the only kind of wisdom that a friend can know. Amen to the coffee, amen to the friend. I was ready to quit, I was ready to fold, but you told me the story that needed be told, about the scars we wear like a badge of pride, and the places where the brave men used to hide. You didn't offer pity, you offered a hand and a roadmap back to the promised land. Fluorescent sky, it's a cheap kind of altar, but it works just fine. It's a late night diner council, the grease and the grace. Pass the salt, pass the light. We made it through the longest night. Amen. We don't need to talk, we just need to spin. Let the needle, let the spirits in. You bring the mingers, I'll bring the monk. We'll dig through the treasure and toss out the junk. Flip the record over, let the dust fly free. This is the only therapy for you and me. We're vinyl friends in a digital age, writing our own kind of history page. Scratched and popping, but the soul is clear. The only people I want sitting here, side A, side B. Just you and me, just you and me. The world is a download, a fleeting thought, but we're holding on to the things we bought. In the used bin sections of a life well lived, with so much to take and so much to give. The warm hum of the tube, the smell of the sleeve, a magic that only the listeners believe. We're busy listening to a beautiful thing. The way the brass bites and the bass line walks, it's the only way that the universe talks to a couple of outcasts in a lonely room. We're vinyl friends in a digital age. Don't skip, keep it spinning. We're just at the beginning.
Throw the bass in the back, throw the horn in the trunk. We're leaving behind all this city life junk. Windows roll down on the I-95. The only time I feel truly alive. Heading for the festival, heading for the sea, with my best friends riding right next to me. It's a road trip to Newport, a jazz man's holiday, chasing the ghosts of the greats all the way. With a map that's torn and a tank half full, feeling the rhythm in the ocean's pool. Play the radio loud, get lost in the clouds. Arguing about miles, and we're arguing about trains. Driving through the sunshine and driving through the rain. A cooler full of sandwiches, a heart full of hope. Learning how to navigate the slippery slope of being a dreamer in a working man's world, with a banner of friendship finally unfurled. by the water where the legend stood, under the salt air and the weathered wood. And though we're just watching from the cheap grass seats, the victory we're feeling is sugary sweet, because we're doing it together. It's a road trip to Newport, a jazz man's holiday. It's a road trip to Newport, a jazz man's holiday. It's a road trip to Newport, a jazz man's holiday. It's a road almost there. Smell the salt. It's nobody's fault. We're here. We're here. We're here. The lights are coming up, the night is nearly done. We traveled from the shadow to the rising sun, from the family table to the lover's bed, to the lonely places where the tears were shed. And now I'm standing here, center of the floor, not the person I was when I walked through the door. It's the last set together, the final refrain, a toast to the joy and a toast to the pain. From the silver spoons to the neon light, we made it through the middle of the night. The music is a story. Look at the friends, the circle is closing where the melody ends. The horn is a bridge and the bass is a wall, the only thing that saved me from the final fall. We're a tapestry of sound, a wreckage of grace, the most beautiful sight in this whole damn place.
The grand finale, every musician takes a 30-second shout, solo. It builds into a massive wall of sound that is joyous, chaotic, and powerful.
If you listen to the echo when the room goes still, you hear the ghost of the heart and the will. You'll hear the family, you'll hear the love, you'll hear the heartbreak from the stars above. But mostly you'll hear the beat of the soul that found a way to finally be whole. It's the last set together, the final refrain. One last time for the family, for the lovers, for the lost, for the friends, silver spoon, scratched vinyl.